everybody, it's here, and welcome to my unboxing interview of the SH Figuarts Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin. I know what you all are thinking right now. TK, I didn't know you were a Rurouni Kenshin fan. Well, I saw Anthony Custom's review for this figure, and I thought it looked really cool. So, after watching his review, I went and checked out 86's review, and in his review, he mentioned that there is a brand new remake of Rurouni Kenshin that just came out, and I was like, oh shit, there's a new remake? Oh, let me go check that out and see if it's good. So I went, I checked it out, and I am really liking it. I'm only on episode 9. I'm on episode 9 of it right now. I got kind of hooked on another show, so once I finish that up, I'll go back and finish up this. But I really like it. Really cool show. Very cool character here. A lot of things about this, like about the concept of this that I'll talk about throughout this video, this character and kind of what he represents, and his sword is something, there's something about his sword as well. Like, it's a very cool show. I'm enjoying it so far. Now, obviously, I'm only speaking on the recent remake. I haven't seen the original series, so I can't comment on that whatsoever. But I imagine that this figure right here is based off of the remake, based on the fact that, you know, it's a brand new figure right there. So, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same design. It is just a remake. The new one is just a remake, so it's the exact same design, really. So, yeah, but I'm super duper excited about this because I do quite like the show, and there are some other characters that I haven't seen yet that they're making SH Figuarts of, so might be collecting those as well. But I'm just really excited to see this figure now. Anthony Customs wasn't too impressed with this figure, but yeah, I love Anthony's Customs, but man, he is a ruthless reviewer, man. And I am very much not a ruthless reviewer. Anybody who has seen my reviews knows that I am a very difficult action figure reviewer to actually make, like, upset or disappointed. Like, I like 99% of the figures that I buy. I'm just a very happy, forgiving person. So we'll see. 86 said the figure was cool, so I'm very excited about it, and it looks very cool, and I'm looking forward to this. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this review. But before I do, I want to ask you guys, please, if you enjoy the video, please go down and give it a like. This video, I don't imagine, is going to perform very well, so it would be really helpful if you guys could support it. Give it a like, maybe throw me a comment down below. That would just be awesome. So without further ado, let's jump in to the review and start off by taking a look at the packaging right here. We have an awesome picture of Kenshin right there. We have Bandai Tamashii Nations seal of approval right there. We have the Rurouni Kenshin logo right there. SH Figuarts, there he is right there. There's the figure in the packaging. Bandai Namco. On the side, we got an awesome picture of him right there. Doesn't this figure look super cool, guys? Rurouni Kenshin. On the back, we got a bunch of product shots of him right there with the sword and whatnot, showing all the expressions right there. The Oro. And then on the side, you have another Rurouni Kenshin thing right there. SH Figuarts. You got the little read up of what SH Figuarts is right there, and you have SH Figuarts and another picture of Kenshin right there. And now, let's open him up. And here we have Kenshin out of the packaging, and right off the bat, this figure is really nice. I am already really liking this figure. It looks fantastic. Really like what I'm seeing right off the bat here. And plastic quality and joint tolerances are phenomenal, especially this top piece right here. Man, the plastic quality on this feels absolutely phenomenal. Like, really good. These joints move super duper smoothly as well. These legs as well, super smooth. I mean, maybe not the nicest looking thing there, but man, it's really smooth and satisfying. I'd actually say it's more satisfying than the Bleach figures somehow. Even though these legs are baggier than the Bleach figures, this is a little bit more satisfying, I think, to pose. And you do have more than double jointed elbows right there, which the Bleach figures obviously only get 90-degree bends right there. So yeah, man, this is already really nice. Now, jumping in here on the sculpt, this is really nice. The face right here, and of course the giant red hair right there. I'm not really a fan of this facial expression. If you've watched the show, he's a very happy person, especially in this particular outfit. So I don't like that they gave him this kind of angry face for a default expression, because it's not like a stoic face. It's a straight up angry face right there, which just not capture his personality whatsoever, at least from what I've seen. And then you have his little scar over here on the cheek right there, and the nice red hair right there. And then you have his ponytail right there, the nice black little band right there, looking really, really, really nice. And then moving down to the robe right there, looks fantastic. Love the wrinkle work going on right here, and really nice job on the sleeves right here. I usually don't like it when figures have these like really like super baggy sleeves right there, because it makes it really hard for them to look natural, but not a problem on this guy. So honestly, it looks really nice and really fluid. Man, I'm already really, really liking this figure. Really, really liking this, man. Well done, SH Figuarts. Moving down here, you got this nice little like belt piece right here, looking awesome. The bow is really nicely done. There's the ball joint for where he's going to put his sakabato right there. Got the little piece right there of the clothes right there. You can see that the white right here that for his pants goes around, and that little piece right there, that is accurate. Very, very cool. Nice little piece right here on the back as well. Really, really, really liking this, man. The legs right here, really awesome. Anthony Customs pointed out in his review that the legs look really ugly right here. The only thing I could think of while he was saying that was how pretty these legs look. Like, honestly, man, love this super bright pearly white right here. Really, really nice. I'm not trying to be rude to Anthony's Customs. I like Anthony's Customs. I'm a longtime watcher of his, and his Naruto reviews are fucking hysterical. Oh my god. I'm just a very different reviewer, you know. I'm a lot more forgiving than that guy. That guy's all about like objective quality and whatnot. He's a great reviewer. Definitely go give him some love. Go check out his review of this as well to get an entirely other different perspective as well. I love that guy. But yeah, really, really like how they did the legs here personally. Really, really like it. This super nice pearly white. Absolutely love it. And then the feet right here, very similar to the Bleach figures right there. The similar sandals right there, but they look fantastic. And you got the nice little silver string piece right there through it. And if you look on the bottom right there, you don't have the little silver peeking through there. They didn't go all the way. They did do some nice sculpting right here on the underside of the feet right there. So really, really nice. I really want to get this default face off of him, because I don't like this face, man. It'll be nice once you get some of the other characters that they're making, because I think the other characters are guys that he fights. So this will be helpful when you have those. But for now, this just does not look like the character that I really like. But we got to hold off a little bit longer, because now we got to do some comparisons. And I think we should just bring in some other shonen protagonists, should we? And let's start off with the GOAT, of course. There he is with Naruto Uzumaki. The proportions here, definitely not 100%. You can see, like, the feet are similar scale right there, but the face, yeah, the head, definitely nowhere near as much. And let's bring in Mash Burn Dad over here, so you can see how he looks with two shonen protagonists right there. Again, looking really, really cool. Oh, actually, they look really good together. You can see the faces. I think the scale on these two is like perfect, obviously. You know, Naruto's got a bit of a different scale going on here, but these two look great together. And let's bring in some more. Here's Kaiju number 8. And here is Yuta Okotsu right there. So you can see how he looks with a bunch of other awesome shonen protagonists right here. And isn't this fantastic, man? I've seen this character my whole life, and now being a fan of him and having him in my collection, this looks amazing. Having him with other shonen protagonists, God, I just absolutely love this company, man. This company is my favorite, by far and beyond my favorite company making action figures right now. Like, goddamn, they're just giving us everything. This is so awesome. And now let's take out these newer fellas right here and bring in another classic character right here. I don't have a Luffy yet. I will be getting the pre-time skip Luffy when it comes out on BBTS. I've got it pre-ordered, so you can look forward to that. But yeah, here he is with Ichigo and Naruto right there, and they look really, really nice together. I can't wait to do some poses with him, because very similar character here. He's kind of a pacifist right here. You know, Naruto is the harbinger of peace. Ichigo's just cool. He's just a chill dude. So yeah, really cool. I'm loving this figure. You guys know the key to my heart when it comes to action figures is awesome plastic quality, really nice joint tolerances, and a beautiful sculpt, and great accessories. And so far, this figure is absolutely nailing it. Now for articulation, I know we kind of did it out of order here, but at least I didn't forget. For articulation, you can see there is a nice joint right there. Actually, that is not straight. I'd like to get that straight right there. A little bit difficult. Symbols kind of coming at it from a different angle right there, and eventually you'll get it lined up. For articulation, you got a nice ball joint right here at the base of the neck, so you get some nice movement right there. And then, of course, a ball joint going into the head. God, I hate this face sculpt. I think he should be smiling, and it's really annoying me, but we're almost there. You got some nice upward movement right there. You got some nice tilt right there, side to side. The ponytail is on a nice ball joint right there, so we can get some nice... Wow, dude, I'm actually loving this figure. Oh, man, this thing is great. Love that ball joint right there for the ponytail. Moving down to the arms right there, you got some really nice design for the arms right here. Ooh, actually, I might have spoken a little bit too soon. These arms are a little bit annoying because they don't want to go up all the way. I think I remember that from Anthony's Customs review, but they can go up a good amount right there, just not all the way, so it might be a little hindered when it comes to the sword poses. That's a little annoying, but you can see it was for the benefit of the sculpt of the kimono type thing going on right here. So it's kind of understandable. And I mean, this is still a pretty good amount of upward movement right there. Like, you can pretty much get him doing a full 90 degree right there. And you can obviously cheat it. You can rotate it around and do stuff like that. So there is things that you can do. You're not just stuck with it right there. So it's not too bad. And then for the arms right here, even though you got kind of this baggy design, you get a full double jointed bend right there, which is just wonderful. Hands are obviously typical Figuarts. Ball joint goes into the hand. There's also a ball joint at the forearm right there, so that also moves around right there. That is fantastic. Absolutely love that. And then you have a nice ball joint right here at the torso, so he actually gets quite a good amount of crunch right there. Obviously not like a super amount because you don't have a second ball joint in the torso right there, but you do get quite a bit of movement right there. And the back movement right there, yeah, you get that little bit of a gap right there when you move it back. I don't find myself really using back movement all that much. And what if you like bring it back and just kind of like bring this up? Yeah, you can kind of hide it. You can kind of hide it right there. You just by bringing the belt up right there, so to hide the gap right there. So you're not completely out of options, which is really, really, really nice. And then the legs right here, you can see you have these little sections right here. The legs can go up that far. I think I saw an Anthony Customs review. He showed like a trick where you like bring this up and then move the leg up, and then you can get a lot more leg movement right there. There you go. So he can get full leg movement up right there, and then for the back as well, there's oh yeah, leg action. The back movement's actually pretty good right there. He does kind of have a sculpt going on in the butt here, but not too bad right there. And then the knees, obviously you look at these knees, that's only going to get a 90 degree bend right there. And it is very, very ugly, admittedly. Like, you have this super weird joint right here. But it kind of reminds me of a Transformers joint, which is kind of endearing to me because I used to be a Transformers collector. So, you know what? I'll let it slide. Yeah, but it definitely isn't the nicest thing. But if you only go about that much, then you won't get any of that going on right there. And I mean, this figure's not super duper expensive, so try not to be too mad about this. I mean, obviously, there's definitely some complaints that are valid when it comes to this design for knee, but you know, this figure is not the most expensive thing ever, and the plastic quality everywhere is really great. And you look at the design of this right here, the only other action figure of this character I've seen is the Buzz mod, and that had a cloth one right there. So it's either go cloth with the Buzz mod, so you have that option, or you get this kind of ugly knee design right here. I'm perfectly okay with the knee design. Again, it reminds me of a Transformer knee, which is kind of endearing. And then moving down to the feet right there, you got an awesome ball joint right here at the end right here. And Anthony complained about this in his review, but I actually like it because it allows you to get a lot more movement right there in the feet. That's really good. And you're never going to be looking up like that. I guess if you get him in like a pose where his leg is forward, then maybe that'll be kind of annoying to have that showing right there, but still, I mean, it doesn't even look that bad, honestly. Now that I look at it, it does not look that bad at all. And then for the feet right there, you got down movement, you got up movement, you got beautiful ankle pivot, and you can obviously get even more. You can almost get a full 90 degree right there, just like the Naruto figures, because you have that ball joint right there, and then you have a toe joint right there. I'm honestly loving this figure. Let's jump into the accessories and start off with the alternate faces because I want to get a smiling face on this boy right here. So there's our default face. Let's go ahead and see about popping off the fringe right here. Yep, just pop off the fringe right there. There's a couple pegs and pop off the face right there. And let's start off with the face that he should have had on in the packaging right here. There he is with his little smile right there. This is absolutely the face I will likely be displaying him with like 90% of the time because that is Kenshin right there. That is Kenshin right here. I look at this and I see Kenshin. I look at this and I see the Hitokiri Batosai. Very, very, very cool face. I love it. Oro. And then we also get a closed eye face right here. Smiling face right here. Also very, very nice. I'm not a huge fan of closed eye faces, but for this character, might use this a little more. And then you get this very funny dizzy face right here. You definitely have a lot of fun with this, especially if they give us some of the other characters from like the good guy characters, you know, like Kaoru and I forget his name, but the kid. The kid is great. The kid's like my favorite character. Sorry, it's been a few weeks since I watched those first 9 episodes. Oh man, I can't remember the kid's name. It was a name that I've heard before. I think he had the same name as like a Danganronpa character or something, but I can't remember. But yeah, really, really nice face right here. And then you also get one last face, and it's another Hitokiri Batosai face right here. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then obviously you haven't watched the show right there. But yes, very, very awesome face right there if you want to get him in some awesome manslayer poses. And for hands, of course, you got fists on in the packaging right here. And we get a nice pair of splayed out hands. We get a nice pair of relaxed hands. And then we have hands for holding his Sakabato right here. You can see this hand holds the sword, and this hand could hold the sheath right there. Although you'd probably be able to get him in the sword as well. We'll definitely try that. And then lastly, you have this one, which is to actually have him like holding on to the sheath like down here, which is also very, very nice. And now talking about his Sakabato. By the way, can I just say the opening to the remake, fucking bananas, dude. If you decide to go check out the remake after watching this video because I enticed you, get ready for that opening, dude. It's gonna fucking hit you. Okay, now talking about his Sakabato right there, I really hope I'm saying that right. Of course, you have this ball joint right here, and you get 2 versions of the Sakabato. You have the actual sword right here, which of course the hilt can come out of there just like that. His face is throwing off the focus right there. But you can see really, really nicely done job right here. You got the little bandages right there, the nice detailing on the hilt right there looking fantastic, and the beautiful sheath right there. And of course, you can just plug this into the ball joint right there. There we go. Really, really nice. Goes on super nicely, actually. Probably even a lot better than some of the Bleach figures. And that looks fantastic. Check it out. He has pegs. Instead of ball joints, they put pegs on him right here. That is so nice. And oh my god, those switch out so easily. This right here. This is why I wanted this figure. Oh my god, this looks amazing. I love this figure. we'll save it for the final thoughts, but I love this figure. But of course, here we have the Sakabato blade out of the sheath right there, and this sword is very, very, very interesting, because you might be looking at the sword and thinking, something's off about this sword. That is because the actual blade section of this sword is actually the outer piece right here. So this piece right here is dull. That piece right here, this black part right here, the actual what is supposed to be the sword or the blade of the sword, that's actually dull. This silver piece right here is the actual sword. That's how the sword works in the show. It's reversed because he's a pacifist. He doesn't kill anymore. So when he fights people, he hits them with this blunt end right here just, to not kill them. But of course, if it comes down to it, or he needs to actually do some damage, he's got the blade right there on the intersection right there. Really, really cool. I really, really like this concept for a character. And if you want to have him holding his Sakabato right here, all you got to do is switch out the hands right here, which, as I just showed, these are really, really nice pegs right here, man. I absolutely love how they've handled switching out the hands right here, because these just snap right on without a problem. They go really, really nicely on it. Well, they did before. It's just that angle. You got to get that angle right there. And then slide the Sakabato into his hand right there. And you can see the angle of his hand right there is going to allow you to get some really, really good swinging poses right there. And then you just pop the hilt out of the sheath right there. And there he is with his Sakabato. And if we want to, we can throw on a nice Hitokiri Batosai face right here. We'll go ahead and give him the super angry one right there. Throw that on. And now Kenshin is ready to throw down right here. Wow, I just absolutely love this figure. That is it for the accessories. Let's jump into the final thoughts. Actually, there's one more accessory. If you don't want to have him with the ball joint on his belt right there, if you don't want that ball joint right there because you don't want to have him with the sword in the sheath, or you don't want to have that there, or if you want to have him holding the sheath, because I showed earlier, you get this hand on the other side that allows you to actually have him holding the sheath right there. There is a fight in the show where he uses the sheath to attack the enemy right there. At least from what I've seen, there's one fight that I've seen where he uses the sheath to attack the enemy. So that's really cool. You can plug it in that way, or you can plug it in this way and get some really awesome poses of him like actually hitting with the sheath right there. And then you get this little belt piece right here that doesn't have the ball joint right there. So you can, I think you probably just got to separate him at the torso right here. Yep, just separate him at the torso, pop that off, pop on the one without the ball joint right there, and plug it back together. Wow, that's so freaking nice. I love this figure. Let's jump into the final thoughts. So, final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Kenshin Himura. I am impressed. This is very, very beautiful work, SH Figuarts. I really, really love this figure. I kind of just bought this on a whim. I'm enjoying the show. I like the character, but I just saw Anthony Customs review this, and I thought it looked really cool, so I decided to pick it up for myself, and I am honestly surprised by how much I like this figure. So smooth to pose, fantastic plastic quality, very nice accessories. Changing out the pieces is an absolute breeze. Love these pegs that they've done on these hands right there. Really, really hope we can see those more, especially on the Naruto line, maybe even the Bleach line. Those are just fantastic. Those are absolutely fantastic. Even the inclusion of the extra belt piece right here without the ball joint, the Sakabato, and the sheath right there. Really, really nicely done. And this figure is not that expensive as well. He's not a full-on budget figure like Luffy or Naruto, but he's not that expensive. And for the price, I honestly can't recommend this figure enough. If you are a fan of the show or the character or the original series, absolutely go pick this up, man. You're not going to be disappointed. I really, really like this. I am now super interested in jumping back into the show and hopefully liking some of the other characters that they're making figures of so I can buy those and review them as well, because if they're just as good as this guy, it's going to be an amazing addition. It's going to be an amazing new line that I get to collect, man. I really, really like this figure. Definitely expect to see this on my top 10 of the year, man. And what a great character to add to the collection as well. I've always known about Rurouni Kenshin and known how popular he is, and now actually having him in my collection to go with all of my other both classic and new anime protagonists is just really, really, really awesome. I love this figure. I'm giving this figure, well, if I were to give it a rating based off my personal enjoyment, I would absolutely give it an S tier. I am loving this. I cannot wait to pose the hell out of this as soon as I turn this camera off. But if I have to look at the objective problems right here, you know, you only get 90-degree bends right here at these knees. These knee joints are not the nicest thing to look at. Not horrible though. And the articulation in the upper torso is a little bit weird. Like I was trying to get him in some cool like sword poses right there, and it was a little bit wonky, of course, because you know the design of the sleeves right here is a little bit annoying. I got a little bit of like a little mark right there on my sleeve right there. There we go. Got it off right there. What was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, I love this figure. I'm gonna go ahead. Like I said, oh yeah, I remember now the grade. I'll say the grade for him. Like I would personally give him an S based off of the enjoyment, but I'll say an A plus just in case. Like people are like, but what about the knee joints? What about the only 90-degree bend at the knees? Fine, we'll say the objective rating is an A plus, but I would absolutely award this figure an S. I am thoroughly impressed. I really, really like it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more anime action figure reviews in the future. Let me know your thoughts on the SH Figuarts Kenshin Himura in the comment section down below. And this is DK Guillotine, signing out. Oro?